We're going to end the night the way we always do with a bonus game called Sex With Me. What we're going to do is we're going to find a topic and then tell you how sex with us is like that topic. You can get into the fun by submitting your topics for us to riff on. Use the form in the link at balder-academy.com, and if we use your suggestion, you might win merchandise from our store. But first, welcome back to Balder Academy. Tonight we play Sex With Me. Our first topic tonight is a tea kettle. Sex with me is like a tea kettle. Sex with me is like a tea kettle. You gotta heat me up until I whistle.
Sex with me is like a tea kettle. It's mandatory in England.
Sex with me is like a tea kettle. If you lean in over it, it'll clear your sinus.
Sex with me is like a tea kettle. In most parts of the country, it's replaced by a plug-in.
Sex with me is like a tea kettle. If you fill me up too much, I'm gonna spill all over the place.
I mean,
Nick, if you have one, you can jump in too. Go on, Steve.
sex with me is like a tea kettle. It finishes faster than other methods.
Sex with me is like a tea kettle. Your grandmother loves it.
Sex with me is like a tea kettle. It will involve teabagging.
Sex with me is like a tea kettle, used mostly when I was in college.
Sex with me is like a tea kettle. It only makes sense if it gets really hot.
Sex with me is like a tea kettle. If it gets too hot, there's a weird odor after.
Sex with me is like a tea kettle. It never gets washed up.
All right. There we go. Let's move on. Sex with me is like a lamp. Sex with me is like a lamp. It only works if you turn me on.
Sex with me is like a lamp. The bulb is always burned out.
Sex with me is like a lamp. I love lamp. I love lamp. I like the line.
Sex with me is like a lamp. If it doesn't work, you gotta twist it a couple times.
Sex with me is like a lamp. It leans a little to the left.
Sex with me is like a lamp, cheap and found at IKEA.
Well, it's a furnished bedroom. What do you expect?
Sex with me is like a lamp. Everybody needs one.
Sex with me is like Bob playing sex with me. I could go again.
Sex with me is like a lamp. Really good to have when you're camping.
Sex with me is like a lamp. The older I get, the more prone I am to smoking.
All right, moving on. Go on. You got one more? Okay, yeah. Mower. Sex with me is like a mower.
A mower?
Mower.
A mower. Lawn mower.
Mower.
A lawnmower, darling.
God, sex with me is like a mower, Steve.
Like a mower, not where you put your boat.
God, ain't you
like,
smack.
what
Go
word?
on, Color Rose.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. After you swear and yank a few times, you gotta do that to get it started.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. To get me revved up, you gotta start with a little choke.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. It takes some lube to get things going.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. You gotta prime the button.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. In the middle of summer, you can smell it from 2 yards away.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. If it's not working, just try yanking a little harder.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. It's where husbands go to escape.
Whoa! Molly Miguel!
That was good.
Scandalous.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. I used to go door to door to see if I could earn a little extra cash.
Sex
Gotta do
with
what you
me is like a lawnmower. It's self-propelled.
Ooh, nice.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. While you're doing it, you need a beer in hand.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. My wife won't touch it.
Sex with me is like a lawnmower. I get the ride-along model.
All right. Candle.
Candle.
Sex with me is like a candle. I will not end without a little blow. No? Okay.
Sex with me is like a candle. It's a little drippy.
Sex with me is like a candle. If you whip that thing around, there's white stuff everywhere.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Sex with me is like a candle. It's easier to get started if you trim the wick a bit.
I piggybacking off of some of the earlier jokes, sex with me is like a candle. Once you blow me, I start smoking.
Sex with me is like a candle. The smell's gonna give you a headache, but eventually you'll like it. Gross.
Sex with me is like a candle, often given at Christmas.
Sex with me is like a candle. Just take everything we said about lamps, except subtract 100 years.
That's meta.
It's an all-in-one callback.
Go on, Carla Rose.
Sex with me is like a candle on a shelf.
Sex with me is like a candle, popular with lonely women.
Sex with me is like a candle, only used in emergencies.
Oh.
Sex with me is like a candle, not to be left unattended. Go on.
Sex with me is like a candle. You can pick it up at any local Yank Me candle store.
You didn't.
All right. Okay. Ninja Bullet.
Ninja Bullet. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. But if
Yes.
you'd like to be, balder-academy.com.
We'll make sex jokes about your product.
Delicious.
Give us money.
Go on, Carla Rose.
If you act fast and commit to more, you only have to pay a handling fee.
Sex with me is like a ninja bullet. I'll turn your peaches to water.
Sex with me is like a ninja bullet. The more you put in, the better it is.
Sex with me is like a ninja bullet. You got to push down and twist to get it to work right.
Sex with me is like a ninja bullet. I got multiple accessories to use.
Accessory.
Sex with me is like a ninja bullet. It's all about that manual pulsing. Go on.
Oh, sex with me is like a ninja bullet. It comes with a 2-year satisfaction guarantee.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Sex with me is like a ninja bullet. It also only takes me a few seconds to make a smoothie.
I don't know what that means, but it means something.
Yeah.
I
probably means what
apologize
you
in
think it means.
advance.
So many
Sex with me
innuendos.
is like a cat tower.
Oh,
Sex with me is like a cat tower.
Take it
It's
away.
popular with the pussies.
Yeah, there you go. Sex with me is like a cat tower covered in hair and scratches.
Sex with me is like a cat tower. Everybody's watching it when it's being used.
Links in the description.
Perfect.
I'm just wondering.
All right. Let's move on to Radiator and close it out. Carla Rose, do you have something to say with Cat Tower?
No, I don't. Let's move on.
Sex with me is like a radiator. I make weird noises sometimes, and you don't know why.
Sex with me is like a radiator, just with newspapers on top.
Sex with me is like a radiator. I'll melt your candles.
Bring us back.
Sex with me is like a radiator. So old that if you, no, I don't want to say that. If you lick at lead poisoning.
Licking at lead
Give
poisoning.
lead poisoning?
The chip.
Yeah, but from your radiator.
Just my house.
I don't know if the innuendo works both ways.
Wasn't that sexy?
Yeah. You got lead underwear? What's going on? I don't know.
Lick it and get brain poisoning. Go ahead.
Love it.
We got there.
Love it. Sex with me is like a radiator. Obsolete.
Sex with me is like a radiator. If I don't work right, you got to drain it a little.
Sex with me is like a radiator. Steamy.
I'm gonna.
Sex with me is like a radiator. The older it gets, the harder it is to figure out how to turn it on.
And to piggyback onto Steve's, it's pretty much because my pipes freeze from time to time.
Sex with me is like a radiator, not strong enough to satisfy the women in the house. I'll finish it off the way I started. Sex with me is like a radiator, easily replaced by a plug-in. All right.
Good job, guys.
So I think that closes us out. Thank you for playing along with us at Balderdash Academy. I've been your headmaster, Bob LeBlanc. Joining us tonight is our professor of English Language Arts, Molly McGill.
Liquor and you'll get lead poisoning.
Our professor of STEAM, Nate Green.
Okay.
Our gracious awarder of the winning 0.3 points, Coach Steve Corning.
Sex with me was like tonight's Sex with me. I haven't done it in a while, so I had a lot pent up.
And our reigning champion with the official closest win in Balderdash Academy history.
We did it.
Professor of Music Theory, Carla Rose Dubois.
I want to smoke after that.
And
Wow,
once
that's
again,
a
the
callback.
man who enjoys having the last word, our visiting professor, Nick Gordon.
It really has been a pleasure. I appreciate all of you, and we had a great time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nick.
No, you have the last word.
Thanks, Nick. You rock.
Remember to like and subscribe to the video. Also, remember we have options available if you'd like to support the show directly. You can show your school pride with merch from our store. We're also booking live shows, including our new live radio comedy on the air. You can find all the information online at balderdashacademy.com. Links to everything are in the description. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Go Dashers!